So here's the best poop story ever told. So when I was probably around the age of 25 years old, around there, might have been 26, might have been 24, I traveled across country to see my mom. And on that journey, we had a 10-month-old child. His name was Drake, and had a real hard time being strapped in the seat the entire time. So what we tried to do was travel at night, and during the day we try to stop off, whether it be malls, whether it be beaches, whether it be these things on the side of the road that had little trails, whatever else. We tried to do that, and I did have a pregnant wife along with me at the time, which is my youngest son, which is named Dorian, but he wasn't around yet. So on this trip, we had to stop at a lot of gas stations, had to do a lot of those things. Obviously, eat food on the road. We had to do all of that, and that eventually caught up with me around day three. Day three, oh my god, did I ever have a fucking huge problem with having to go for a poop? Diarrhea, yeah, that's an understatement. So I remember going through Portage La Prairie because we have to let the son sleep and drive during that period of time. So through Portage La Prairie at probably 2 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around there. And on the off ramp going over there, when I'm already out of gas and no gas stations are open, go through there. So I'm at about an eighth of a tank of fuel. And I had to leave the town because there's no gas station open, hoping there's one on the Yellowhead Highway heading up towards Saskatchewan. Guess what? There wasn't. But the real clincher here is on the off ramp. I drive around the corner and see a piece of wood on the ground. My headlights just caught it perfectly where it looked shiny for a second. Yeah, that's nails in a piece of wood. So, wasn't a problem at first. Maybe 20 kilometers up the road, where I'm still basically on empty. I take my hands off the steering wheel. Being a mechanic, I realize that it starts pulling that side. Oh, those tires are losing air. Maybe just the front, maybe the front and the back. I don't know. But yeah, they're losing air. So I finally see a sign that says Minnedosa. 40 kilometers, I have to turn off to the right. Hoping it's a town that maybe I can get gas and maybe I can get a tire fixed. Start heading down that road. I see a car way up ahead. And I hammer the gas down to try to get closer to it. To realize it's a police car. Cool, perfect. That will help me. That'll lead me in the exact right direction. So I'm flashing my high beams on and off, driving closer and closer, trying to get closer. The tires are still losing air. And eventually I can feel it. As a mechanic, I'm driving on my rims now. I'm fucked. And the police car, which should have reacted to the high beams getting flashed on and off, as I had to slowly slow down my speed, it ended up getting out of my sight. So I drove with 2 tires on rims into the town and looked for a hotel. Nothing's open. It's a small little shithole of a town. Can't get to a hotel. So not really a problem because my wife and my wife who's pregnant and my son's sleeping in the back. I'm gonna pull over somewhere, get some sleep, figure this out in the morning. By happenstance, I find a gas station that has a tire shop connected to it. I'm going to sleep there for the night. I'll take care of this in the morning. This is awesome. All that road food caught up with me as we pulled over. And all of a sudden, I have to shit. If I couldn't find a hotel to stay in or a gas station to get gas, I can obviously find no place to shit. What do I do? So on 2 flat tires, in the parking lot outside, I'm going to drive across the street, get in an alley, take a shit over there, then pull back over here. I get over there, and it was explosive. It was a bad situation. This did not happen nicely. I try to get out of the van as I pull across the street, and as I drop my belt and drop my pants, it just starts coming out, sprays all over the back of my hoodie. So my hoodie's covered in shit, and I can do nothing about this. Besides, trying to get my hoodie off without staining my back with shit. So I'm trying to do this, and I'm doing everything I can to hold the hoodie back, stand backwards, and get this thing off of me. And finally I do, and I don't think I got any shit on me, and I'm pretty happy about that. I see headlights. Most likely that same police officer that I was trying to flag down earlier. Now, I'm shitting on the side of the fucking road. In a town, beside an alley. He turns off. I say, fuck it. I run around the vehicle, jump in, start it up on 2 flat tires, park where I originally was, at the gas station that has the tire shop connected to it, and shut everything off, turn off all the lights, because I don't want the cop to come talk to me now. That would have been a good thing earlier. I lay down really quickly in the back of the camper van, and my wife wakes up. My pregnant wife wakes up next to my child. Says, what's going on? All I could say was, and I blurted all at once, 2 flat tires, we're out of gas, there's shit everywhere, go to sleep! We woke up in the morning. I had to pay a surplus for the mechanic to come in to change my tires. We got fuel, and I continued on my journey. And that was the worst shit story I've ever had.